Good evening, everybody. Week 4 of the VR end of lockdown virtual regatta. I think we are ready to go with the first race. We're a bit early, but we'll go and have a look, see if we can actually get in. Nathan's telling us it's open, so let's have a look. It is marvellous. So here we go. Going to race the first one, obviously, because we're now ready to go. Got a few takers already, which is good. I think this is, what did I say, week 4? Did I say week 4? I can't remember what I said 5 seconds ago. Yep, week 4. I think there's only a couple of other weeks to go. And then we'll actually be doing some real sailing, hopefully Easter weekend. Nothing's giving me any indication otherwise. Minute to go, let's have a quick look. Yep. Pin end of the line. Port end, far over to the left. Looks like the place to start, so let's wander over there. It's not a very long line, is it? However, we'll take whatever advantages we can get. Looks like everybody else might have tweaked that already. I bet that's Nathan over there. Hanging around. Let's just stop up, see what my levels are like. Yeah, it should be fine. Let's go and give Nathan a hard time. Oh, I need to be back in the right screen. It'll be late at this rate. And we're off. Not a great start. Don't think we'll actually be able to live there, will we? So let's go. Let's hope we cross everybody else. It looks like this will be the making tack anyway. Yep, so everybody else is coming this way now. Certainly should be. We're in that little band of wind as well, which might be quite nice. Oh, it looks like it might be a fairly long beat as well. I think Nathan likes sending the long beats, and Nathan is our race officer this evening. So he'll bring his seafarers as you see it on your screen. It's me, Uncle Bill, Tony, and Mike Burlingham. So only 5 of us. Hopefully there'll be a few more takers for the later races. Getting knocked now. Don't know what to do. Should I tack over? Probably don't want to go all the way to the ley line. Yeah, let's tack over. Somebody else has gone. Yeah, that's the right tack to be on again. Hopefully we get in front of these two. Going to give them a hard time, even if we don't get in front. Ooh, that was good, sneaky stuff. Let's go back. I can't believe they both got by there without a penalty. That's very disappointing. And we might have trouble now once we get to the line. Hopefully whoever that is will overstand by a little bit. Can't believe I got away with that. Sure, I would have had a penalty on that mark. Yeah, definitely did that time. Too early with the kite. Oh well. That wasn't good, was it? Come on, let's go. They've jibed away, that's nice. Got a penalty. Can't believe we came out of that and still in front. To be going to that other mark though, don't we really? Let's go back. So we'll just hang out here when we can jibe for the left-hand mark as we look at it. We will, I think that's the one that's further up the course. Oh, that was a big shift. I didn't do that. Get rid of the kite. Round up. Back on the wind. Looks like Nathan might have hit that other mark. That'll do us some favours. Yep, I think we'll just try to go to the ley line if we can. Hopefully we'll get there before Nathan, or at least have starboard on him. Just need to judge this ley line right, else it could be a disaster. Let's try just there. Yeah, well, okay, as long as the wind doesn't shift, and as I say that, it shifts. But we just need to get there before Nathan. Go on, keep lifting me. No, Nathan's there before us. Yeah, we're going to have to double tap, that's a shame. Yeah, and that really slowed us up. Hopefully we'll be able to gas him at them on the way down. Steal his wind. See if we can get round without hitting that this time. So let's get in behind him if we can. See if we can start stealing some of his wind. Is that the right place to be? Are we gaining on him? That's the question. Not really. So we need to be a bit higher still. Is that it? He's taking his wind yet? Don't know, maybe he's coming down. It's not going to be enough runway though, is there? That was a bit mean of me. If he comes out of this penalty with room to come back, we're in trouble. No, not quite. I think we were a bit lucky there. I don't think that was very nice. If that was Nathan, as I think it was Nathan, I expect a text any minute now. Yeah, so that was I enjoyed that. I didn't enjoy putting the penalty on Nathan, but it was a necessary evil. Sometimes. No message yet, let's see. Not yet. So anyway, yep, I got that one by the skin of my teeth. I think that was more by luck than judgment. Nathan, Mike B, Tony and Uncle Bill still coming up. Let's have a look at my favourite chart. Oh, best start, best average speed, best max speed. Bloody hell. Nathan had 2 penalties. Where did he get 2 penalties from? He slowed that up, didn't he? One on the mark. Where was the other one? I went, oh, I gave him one and he hit the mark. No, 2 penalties. Sorry, Nathan. Yep. So, yep, was a good start after all, by the looks of it. Certainly in the right place. Dipped there as Nathan came through on that attack, but managed to steal his wind going on that last run. And then just got starboard port on him. So, yeah. Anyway, so we wait for the next one. And then look at the chat. Rule 16.1. Yeah, 16 must be room and opportunity. Is that right, Nathan? 16.1 room and opportunity. I bet it is. And I didn't give him room and opportunity, but this game doesn't seem to have any concept of that. There's Tony. So what were you two playing at the top, Mark? I'm assuming he's talking about me and Nathan both getting our kites up too early and both getting stuck there. Good fun. I must check if 16.1 is room and opportunity. Anyway, I think we'll spectate on the next one after all that excitement. Oh dear. Yep, so I can't remember what the next boats will be. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, all the sailing's done. America's Cup is done. Well done to New Zealand. Commiserations to Luna Rossa. They did better than I thought, to be honest with you. And Nathan's telling us that that next one is open. So let's jump in, see if we can find it. We're just going to watch this one. Let's see. Oh, it's 49 as we should have. Yeah. So Nathan, Uncle Bill. So a bit disappointed there's only 4. Perhaps I should have raced. There were only 5 of us last time. Ah, oh, that's a shame. I wonder where Debbie's got to. Anyway, let's have a look. Oh, for a change, look, fairly even line. Doesn't seem to be any real advantage to port or starboard, maybe a little bit to port. I wonder if it's going to be a long beat again. Yeah, Nathan saying, what were we up to at the top mark? We both popped our kites too early. That's right, we did. Got stuck there. So anyway, with only a few competitors, I said there was no advantage on the line, didn't I? Maybe it looks like a little bit towards the committee boat. There's no obvious advantage port starboard. So I would expect everybody to be fighting for the committee boat end. Mike in yellow. Tony on the back boat, running down the line. Nathan saying an 18:58, so a little while before he kicks off. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, America's Cup. New Zealand, congratulations. Hopefully that means we'll be the challenger for the next series, which will be a nice advantage for us. I do hope we're going to be there next time round. I haven't heard anything that suggests we won't. Yeah, Luna Rossa. I think slower boat in most conditions, it would seem. But they really did well tactically. A few slip-ups, which I don't think we can hold them particularly accountable for. Some of those wind shifts cost them dearly. And won the particular race. Yeah, it was good to watch. Kept me entertained. Anyway, so we're in sequence, 50 seconds to go. So yeah, committee boat end. Yeah, so everybody should go. Committee boat end, star attack. Only 4 takers. Who are we riding with? We're Tony at the moment. Where's Uncle Bill? Uncle Bill with his bulldog on the tail. He's easy to spot. Yep, they're all hanging out, waiting for the start. all going to make a rush for the line at the same time, hopefully. There we go, let's get on with the committee boat. So who's that hanging out just there? Tony. So he's... Yep. Gets the best start, but going slow. And tacks away, slow tack, that's cost him quite a lot. Fast boats, you need a fast run up to the line if you can manage it. So, up front with Nathan, I think. And he's got a little bit of a clear lead. Tony, it looks like Tony's running into the better breeze now though. Yep, so actually tacking away didn't do him any harm at the moment, did it? Yep, and more breeze coming down the right hand side of the course, so quite rightly everybody's tracking over there. Might bring the advantage back to Nathan because it does look like he'll get to the bigger breeze quicker. I'll have to wait and see. Yep, so everybody's in that bigger breeze right now. They should really be tacking over because it looks like it's lifted in there. Well, we're knocked on the current tack. Yeah, man, that Tony tacked over, I recognise that. Yep, hasn't done Nathan any harm either. Let's jump on board with Nathan and see what it looks like from his point of view. Yeah, so everybody's sailing out of that breeze, aren't they? Kind of expect the advantage to swing back to Nathan a little bit, maybe. Yep, Nathan. Tony over there, might be, and Uncle Bill. Yeah, Tony crosses nice and easily. Oh, this is going to be a little tight. Yeah. Fairly late on that tack. Mike should have stood on there, I think. Yep, Nathan with the clear lead at the moment. Or I can go click on the mark and go to the mark, just like the committee boat, so we can watch them all come around the mark. Again, learned something new. So Nathan round first. No, sorry, Tony round first. What am I saying? Nathan will be next, Mike B, and then Uncle Bill. Still a long way to go in this one. Nathan's going high, presumably he's going to put his kite up any time. There he goes. Don't think he's close enough to Tony to do anything about it. No real advantage either side, so just go down the middle. Uncle Bill has a good view of the sight. A good view of the sight. A good view of the fleet. Don't know my words. Yep, so I think Tony's just going to extend here, isn't he? He gets into that little bit of extra breeze. Yep, some big gaps now, so I think this one is pretty much done and dusted, bar any mistakes. It's a definite advantage to the right hand mark as we're going down there, but not enough to make any other gaps, I think. So let's jump on board with Tony as he goes around the mark. Looked a bit slow, didn't it? Yeah, big gaps everywhere now. Yep, so this one's going to be a bit of a parade from here on in, I think. yeah, so like I say, America's Cup's done and dusted for another however many years. The 18-foot skiffs, the JJ, that's finished as well. Does anybody actually watch that? I do. Yep, and Smeg won that. Smeg, the 18-footers, they're all sponsored, so they all have their sponsors' names. Smeg, obviously, Italian fridges, is that right? Smeg. So they all have sponsors. Well, the majority of them have sponsors. I think there is actually prize money on those series, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it's good fun to watch. The last race was quite windy. If you haven't watched it, you have some time to kill. It's worth finding on YouTube if you can. So let's just ride along with Uncle Bill for a little while. See if he can make up any ground. He is actually not that far away from Mike now, isn't he? Actually, I never know if these are gaps from the leader. Yeah, so these are all distances to the leader. So 54, yeah. That makes sense. Yep, so that gap's just growing again, isn't it? .146. Tony's got this one sewn up. So we'll join him as he rounds the mark. Yeah, it's a long course, isn't it? I think Nathan's picked the long beats. Perhaps he'll tell me when he gets a minute. It's fun when there's a big group of you and you're all fighting, but it gets fairly boring when you get the gaps like this. Mind you, let's see, Mike isn't too far from Nathan, but I still think it's too far to make any inroads. Yep, so if there isn't going to be very many of us, I'll race in the next one. Just make up the numbers, try and get in people's way. Anyway, I think it should be Stars next. I think it's Stars next, and they're good fun. Bit more breeze down the centre of the course, jibe into that. Yep. Just jibing down the middle of the course, looks like the place to be. Far away from the line is Tony, not too far, so just ride with him till the end, have a look back at everybody else. Yep. Just throwing in a few more jibes there, I think, just for the fun of it. Nice one, Tony. Let's watch Nathan come across the line. There he goes. So, Tony, Nathan, our race officer, Mike B, and Uncle Bill. Let's jump on with Uncle Bill. There he goes. Yep, bit of possession that one after the first beat. Oh, look at that. Straight line for Tony and Nathan. Yep, pretty much possession after that first beat, wasn't it? Never mind. It's one with fast boats, once they get big gaps, gaps just tend to get bigger. But the next one will race, because I hope the next one is Stars. Oh, Nathan's telling me that the Wheel Rock Scotland is the Challenger. Autocorrect, it's a killer. It's the Challenger for the next America's Cup. That's really good to know. I wonder if that was, you must have a read of that. And there is 18-foot skiff sailing this weekend as well. Queen of the Harbour, female helms. So I think they have a regular female helm, one of those, and I can't remember which one. That's 18-foot skiffs I'm talking about. So that's worth a watch as well. And I'm not sure if that is actually the end of their season then, because their 18-foot racing is very seasonal. It's only through their summer, I think, spring and summer. And they are moving into autumn now, just as we're moving into spring. Yes, I would really love one day to get down there and watch those live. And I'd really like to watch the America's Cup live. Perhaps, if the Yacht Squadron are the Challenger and the Kiwis are short of some money, you'd never know. Maybe out in the Solent, wouldn't that be a thing? Especially if it's in these monohull still. I do hope they keep the same type of boat this time. Because I don't know how much everyone knows about the America's Cup. But the winner of the series, they literally own the rights to that series. So they can decide where, when, what type of boats, all sorts of things. Oh, Nathan's saying the next one is open, so let's get in there. Gonna race in this one. What boats have we got? What Stars? Yay! My favourite. Slow and heavy. Yeah, don't draw any conclusions to that, will you? Just because I like a slow, heavy boat. So Blue Sky is joining us for this one. That'll be good. The more the merrier. The more people I can crash into. I mean, race. Oh, look at that line. Pin end. Port started this time. So I think we'll make our way down there, shall we? Again, quite a short line. But still, such an advantage on the pin end, you can't really afford to ignore it. Hopefully everybody else will. That's unlikely. Let's see, there's some communications going on. Nathan's asking Tim how the traffic is. Tim's promising to join us later. Well, I guess he's on his way home from work. Oh no, Tim has joined us. Marvellous. Yeah, look at that. Still pin end. Port. Is it worth trying a port flyer just for the entertainment value? Does look like everybody else has twigged this though, doesn't it? So let's just wait here. See if anybody wants to try the port flyer. If they are, we can go up on starboard and just tack over once we've gotten their way. It's a tactic, getting everybody else's way. It's one I'm very good at. Who are we waiting for? I don't think we're waiting for anybody. Where's everybody? Nobody's making a decision at the moment, are they? Nobody's showing their cards except me. still showing? Oh, no, it's swung, hasn't it? So let's just sit here for a minute and have another look. Yeah, it's still definitely in end. We put starboard tack. No port end flyer. Oh, and Debbie's joined us as well. I wonder where she'd got to. Anyway. Oh. I think we'll go and fight for the pin in, shall we? Where's everybody else stacking up at the moment? Yeah. Looks like a couple of us are going to be going for the pin end. And it's gone back to a pin end port start. Port end, port tack start. Do we want to perhaps try for that? Assuming nobody else comes in and gets in my way, as was my tactic. $30, a lot of time to kill. I wonder who that is. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll abandon that. Let's go. Yeah, that wasn't too shabby. I think if we'd have tried the port end flyer, we would have definitely been shut out there, wouldn't we? And it does look like the port end tack is the lifted tack at the moment, so let's just truck along here, see how we do. Yep, I think if that's Tim there with the green sail, he might be the problem when we want to tack back. Yep, he's actually sneaking into the league there, isn't he? Let's keep an eye on him. We don't want to go too much further, really. Yeah, even if we tack now, we're just going to have to go behind him. Might be worth doing, actually, looking at it. Let's give it a go, see what happens. Yep, definitely going to have to duck him. Is there anybody else we've got to worry about? Not at the moment. I'm hoping Tim's overstood that. It does show us with an advantage, but that's probably very much dependent. Yeah, look at that. There's a big knock there. Tim has to stay on that knock, but everybody else is going to be lifted. It's going to close things up a little bit, isn't it? So all we can do is try and judge this ley line properly. That should keep us to the lead around the mark. Don't overstand it. Don't underdo it. Yep, that's pretty good. Hopefully we're going to have the advantage on Tim there. Yep, he'll have to duck us, I hope. Yeah, port starboard. Yeah, a bit cheeky trying to sneak in there, Tim. Please just try and go in a straight line. Spare done. So let's try and stay out of everybody's wind. It's not going to work for us very well, is it? It's a little bit of an advantage to the left as we look at it. Yeah, we might be far enough to not be too badly affected. Noakes Blue. Nathan's telling us that Noakes Blue is the 18-foot skiff that has the female helm. Let's concentrate on getting around this mark, shall we? Okay, that didn't hit anything. Yep, and that gives us a nice little advantage. Hopefully that'll be enough of an advantage to stay out of everybody's bad air as we come downwind again. Yeah, Noakes Blue. It's an 18-foot skiff with a female helm. I think she's the only one. There's been a few in the past. I think she did pretty well in the JJs. Like I think there's 22 boats in the JJs, and she was something like 10th. Don't quote me on that, but so she's obviously a very, very good sailor. Let's see if we can get this ley line light right. Don't want to overstand it. Don't want to have to tack again. Yeah, I think we can start to bear away a little bit. Try and sail in a straight line this time. Yep, and just follow that band of wind down the middle of the course. Again, as we look down at the one on, does it look like the right end of the line might be the place to go? Well, we're certainly aiming for that right now, so we won't make any decisions, and I don't think anybody's close enough to give us any bad air. That's good, and it looks like they'll be squabbling amongst themselves anyway. So, yep, we'll just track on down to the line. Yep, so it looks like Tim and Tony are having a good old battle back there. Yeah, look at that, very close together. Yep, Tim's trying to get out of his bad air. There's good old tussle going on back there. Anyway, let's see where we're going. We don't want to miss the line, that would be embarrassing. Okay, it's quite a contest for the first couple of legs, but after that it's pretty clear sailing, thankfully. Excuse me. Yep, so who is going to be next, I wonder? We should have stayed in the race. Next, Debbie gets it. And Tim, so that was quite a good battle between them. Tony. Oh, Blue Sky sneaks into 5th. Might be. Nathan's obviously been distracted by giving me information. Thank you, Nathan. Yeah, okay, let's just have a look at that track, shall we? Best start was Tim. Didn't get any penalties, that was nice. Yeah, look at that. I think just recognising that I needed to tack over, even if it meant stucking him, that gave us the advantage. He stood on a little too far, I think, on that first leg, and that cost him the lead there. And really, what he should have done is, as I went underneath him, he should have tacked on top of me. He should have kept himself fairly close in. But identifying that ley line from that far out is quite difficult. I just wanted to get over onto the other side of it. Knew I'd have to duck him. And if he'd tacked on top of me, I think he'd have stayed there. Anyway, that's enough of me talking bollocks. Do you say bollocks on YouTube? Said it twice now. We get banned. Yep, so let's come out and wait for the next one. Nathan is getting carried away giving me. So he tells me that the female's helm name, the helm of the 18-foot skiff Noakes Blue, is Yvette Heritage. It's interesting. And I find it really interesting. The 18-foot skiffs, they look to be hugely physical boats, extremely difficult to sail. And yet the age range of the people sailing them is phenomenal. One of the more successful helms, I think the boat name is Yandu, is in his 60s. Hopefully he has two very young crew members. But to sail such a physical boat so well just gives me a sore hope. What's Debbie saying? Sorry guys, I've been talking to Emily. Keep fighting Tim and Tony. Thanks for letting me through. Yeah. Yep, they were fighting and Debbie took advantage. Always works. So what's the next one? I think we'll spectate to the next one because I want to race. The last one is going to be the AC75s, and that's always good fun. So we'll spectate in the next one. That will be the Knackers, the Cats. Yeah, Tony is saying Tim decided to play silly buggers rather than just letting me through. Nathan's saying the next one open, so let's go find that one. I'm going to spectate in this one. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? I can't see it. Can I see it? Is it open? 1928. Why can't I see it? Did I miss it? I did. There we go. Let's jump in. Yep, I think there'll be enough to keep us entertained this time. Yeah. Blue Sky's still with us. So is Debbie. And I can never quite get the hang of these ones anyway, so it's probably best that we watch and just be nasties about other people. So let's have a look at the line. Oh, committee boat end. Committee boat end. Looks like port will be the making tack this time. Well, at this time, but definitely committee boat end. And I always forget, you can hear that whistling sound. These things foil, don't they? Not upwind so much. When they get off the wind, off they go. Can we actually have it from the other end? Well, we can do it from the pin end as well. Oh, this is really good. Right, shall we watch the start from this end? Mind you, why we're watching it from this end when it's committee boat end start, I don't know. I think we'll stick with watching it from the committee boat end. No, I wanted the committee boat. There we go. Somebody on the wrong side. Oh, where's that penalty for them? Mucking around down there. Look, yep. Yep, committee boat end. So everybody's racking up at this end. So this could be entertaining. Should be a few penalties here for us. Oh, it's already a few penalties. Who's that? Debbie getting a penalty, so plenty of time to scrub that off. Who's that over there lurking on the other side? So I could be over there. Oh, somebody hit the committee boat. Tony hit the committee boat. Again, he's still got time to scrub that off. 5 seconds. Yep, everybody's getting up on the line. Was somebody over, or was that a penalty? Somebody's off on the port flyer. Tony getting bounces, so who's that off on the port flyer? So we're riding with Blue Sky. Let's jump on with Mike because Mike's out front. I'm not saying that's a rare occurrence, but you know, he's just lost it. Still, he's in a good position. A race officer out in front. They don't sail very close to the wind, these things, but they sail very fast. Looks like everybody's on, or most of us on the make attack at the moment, close to that ley line, so we'll have to start thinking about tacking over soon. We'll go all to the way to the lane line this far out. Perhaps he's just chasing that wind. Yep. Yep, maintains that lead. What's it showing us? Yeah. Mind you, having said that, Mike is actually above the ley line now. Is that going to be an advantage to him? Let's see. I'll start reaching in. Right, it does look like the left hand side of the course has paid quite significantly because our race officer was leading it and now he's back in 5th. Didn't notice that, did we? There we go, yep. Mike's up on the foils. Let's see if he can hold on to this lead. Head up. Right. Find that wind angle. Should be able to pop up onto the foils. Blue Sky. Yep, full starboard. Up on the foils now, you can hear. So still Blue Sky over on the other side. Let's just jog back. Yep. Mike looks like Mike's going to take this lead into the gate. Which side is he going to pick? Get rid of that kite. It's going to go up wind kite. No, got rid of it just in time. Well done. Needs to find the window. Yeah. Everybody else quite a close race. Mike keeps his lead though. Just. Mike might pick up that little bit of extra breeze over on the other side. There's that much hope. So Blue Sky out in the lead at the moment. So I'm trying to get the hang of how you get this to show the light. It's pretty even at the moment between those two. Looks like Mike, I think both. Yeah, I'm hoping that this is going to give Mike the lead at the top there as well, although he is getting knocked. I think tacks are quite costly in these things, aren't they? Slow you down quite a lot. Come on Mike, I'm rooting for you. This guy's going to get in there just before him. That's it. Everybody else streaming around. Except on this world. Kite up, kite up, kite up. Jabs away. I would have stuck to him like glue. Let's see if that works for him. Yep, so Blue Sky has the lead. I think he's the only one close enough to give him a hard time. Where's the line? How far away are we? Yeah, it's paying for Mike at the moment. Mike takes the lead back. Let's see if he can hold on to that. There's no Blue Sky at the moment. God, just press hard for the line. Yep. Guessing that Blue Sky's up on his foils as he comes across the line. Yeah, he's foiling. That's why he's staying out now. Yeah, Blue Sky takes the lead. It looks like it might be quite close between Debbie and Mike. Mike hangs on to second, well done. Debbie third. Tim fourth. Tony. That was better. We should have been looking at that, shouldn't we? Dear. Funny noise again. That progression for Blue Sky, he did that very well, didn't he? Mike hung on to that nicely as well. Uncle Bill, he had his moment in the sun, didn't he? And lost it probably on that last leg. Yeah, so Blue Sky, Mike B, Debbie, Tim, Tony, and race officer Nathan and Uncle Bill. Let's jump out of that one. And I think we're racing the last one because it's going to be the AC75s. Start at 1928. Nathan's telling us. What's the time now then? 1936. So let's be ready when he opens it, because I'm fairly confident it's going to be the AC75s, and they're always good fun. Let's just check it's not open. Not yet, no. Just waiting on Nathan. So racing, when we go back at Easter, yep, that should be open now. Let's try that one. I think we've got race officers for the weekend, but we're still short a few volunteers in other positions, so if you want to go and have a look, if you're qualified, why not join us? 4 days of racing, hopefully. Okay, let's jump in. Yeah, there we go. So on form, it should be Emirates, Team New Zealand to win, with me playing the part of the plucky Italians. The plucky Italians. Careful how you say that. Let's have a look at the course. Is going to tell us anything? Not really. That'll come out. Yeah. Fairly short line again, so I don't think it makes too much difference in these things where you start. It looks like the pin end is a little bit favoured. But who's that with the blue livery? Uncle Bill with 99 on his cell. He does have the best colour schemes, doesn't he? So let's just creep up to the line. Again, fast boats, you really need to be crossing the line at full speed. Yeah. Let's have a look back at this. It does look like pin end, maybe a wood tack, but not enough an advantage. Too many boats. fight as best we can to be going across the line at full speed. Yep, and the clock's ticking down. Let's just have a run at the line from here, see how long it takes. About 7 seconds. Let's not cross the line. Hopefully we've got time to blow that off. Yeah, we do. Okay, so we'll try that again. Try for a time on distance start. Hopefully everybody else will get out of our way. How long did I say? 7 seconds? Let's get a little bit closer because I'm nervous now. I think we're going to be trouble here. Okay, let's go. What did I do there? Oh, I don't know. Why did I get a penalty? Oh well, it'll be my usual crash fest of a race. So we have to, if the rules have been implemented properly, we have to give them room for the boundary. Yeah, see, I didn't do it. So it does implement that part of the rules. That's worth knowing, even if it did cost me a penalty. Yep, so the boundary is like, you can call water on the boundary. If you're starboard and the boat underneath you wants to tack out, he has rights until he clears that boundary. Basically, you have to give him room to stay on the course. Okay, let's see if we can go to the ley line here. I'm not sure that we will be able to, but let's give it a go. Oh yeah, if anything, we're overstood. No, never mind. We do have the starboard advantage. Just track in on this one. Bear away. And I think we'll just play boundary to boundary as best we can. Still only 2 penalties so far. Yep, and that'll get us in one, that'll be nice. We are on port though, that's worth remembering. Let's go into the other gate, that might be an advantage to us, you never know. Didn't hit it, that's a first. Probably going the wrong way here, aren't we? But let's just try and minimise our manoeuvres. Yep. Tight, 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 tight. Oh, is this going to be? No, he's going to get across us again, isn't he? And we now have the problem of being on port. Probably do want to stay on this side, don't I? I don't know. Oh, this is going to be slow. Yeah, that cost us. Let's not follow. We just hang out or we take it to them. No, I think third's going to be our place here. Yeah, it's a little bit closer at the end there. Third. Only 2 penalties. I'm a little bit disappointed with only 2 penalties. I must try harder. Yes, that was fairly close, wasn't it? So Tony, Nathan, me, Uncle Bill, Debbie. Debbie obviously hasn't been practicing. They're saying, yep, well done, Tony. Indeed. Anyway, that's it for this week. Join us again. I enjoyed this evening, as I always do. I hope you get some morbid fascination of watching me mess around. Anyway, another week closer to being on the real water. The real blue water, if you call the water in the soda blue. Anyway, have a good evening. See you next week. And a few weeks after that, sailing for property. Bye-bye.